AITA for changing my childcare situation. My husband's sister used to watch my 2.5-year-old 2 days a week during the school year. She floated the idea a few summers ago. I was upfront that he was already in a super affordable $350 per month program, and the absolute max our budget allowed was $400 per month. My MIL and sister help me, and I have a flexible schedule, so I only need 2 days of paid childcare. I realize $400 is not a lot, but I was extremely clear about what we were able to pay. Before this school year started, my SIL asked to increase the cost to $500 per month. I was set to student teach in a matter of weeks, and it was relatively last minute, so we said yes. 2 weeks ago, she told us she had to increase the number to $600 per month to be closer to a fair market value. Oh, I was luckily able, by begging, to get my son back in the original program we had him in. I told my SIL I would give her a glowing reference, and I was super grateful for her, but that I couldn't afford her rates. I sent her money for the first 2 weeks of November. Even though she didn't watch him those weeks, she tried to walk it all back and say we could go back to $500, then back to $400. Then she was like, fuck it, I'll do it for $300. At this point, I'm regretting the whole thing and will for the rest of my freaking life. There is bad blood now, and I wouldn't send my son into the middle of it anyway. My other SIL said that I am kind of an AH because I unexpectedly left my SIL without the income she depended on, and she can't pay her car insurance. AITA here. Also, whether I am the AH or not, please take a lesson from this story, not to mix business and family.
My sister invoiced me $18,000 for raising me, and now my whole family expects me to pay it. I genuinely don't know if I'm the problem anymore or if everyone around me has lost their minds. You'd want to see Trim. Just got my first decent-paying job after years of barely scraping by. Nothing crazy, but enough that I'm finally not stressed about groceries every week. Last Sunday, my family had a dinner to celebrate. Everything was normal at first. My mom made a big deal about how proud she was. My dad gave me the usual don't screw it up speech. And my older sister, 20F, was acting weirdly nice. That should have been my first red flag. After dinner, she hands me an envelope. I thought it was like a card or something. It wasn't. It was an itemized invoice. I'm not kidding. At the top, it literally said, outstanding balance, childcare and life support services. Total $18,322.15. I actually laughed because I thought it was a joke. It wasn't. She starts explaining, completely seriously, that since she basically raised me from ages 10-16 while my parents worked, she's owed compensation now that I'm financially stable. I thought my parents would shut it down immediately. They didn't. My mom literally said, well, she did sacrifice a lot. Excuse me? I went through the invoice. She charged me for things like after-school supervision, 15-hour, emotional support during teenage years, 25 session, transportation, rides to school friends, mileage plus gas, food preparation, 12 meal, conflict mediation, $40 per argument. There's even a line item for listening to you vent about your crush, 2016, $60. I asked her if she was serious. She said yes. I said, I'm not paying that. She said, I clearly don't value family. Then it somehow got worse. My dad said, and I quote, you don't have to pay it all at once. Maybe a payment plan for being raised. I told them this was insane, and I was leaving. As I'm grabbing my stuff, my sister goes, if you're going to act like this, don't expect me to help you anymore. Help me? I'm 23. I haven't asked her for anything in years. I thought that would be the end of it. Nope. The next day, she sent me a Venmo request for $500 labeled. First installment. I declined it. Now half my family is texting me saying, I'm ungrateful and that money changes people. My aunt told me I should at least pay something to keep the peace. My cousin said if I don't, it could damage family relationships long term. So now I'm sitting here wondering, when did being a sibling turn into a billable service? Edit. For everyone asking, yes, she's doubling down. She just texted me saying, if I don't start paying, she's going to add interest on my childhood.
I don't sleep well anymore, but that night was worse than usual. I woke up suddenly, no noise, no dream, just that gut feeling like something wasn't right. The house was dead quiet. My wife and our 6-month-old daughter were both supposed to be asleep. Out of habit, I grabbed my phone and opened the baby monitor app. And that's when I froze. Standing next to the crib was me. Same height, same build, same gray t-shirt I'd been wearing to bed. Just standing there, completely still, facing the crib. I remember blinking a few times, trying to make sense of it. My first thought was that the app had glitched or maybe replayed an old clip, but the timestamp said 3:12 a.m. live. I slowly turned my head toward our bedroom door. Closed, locked, like we always keep it at night. My chest started pounding so hard I could feel it in my throat. I looked back at the screen, and the thing in the nursery had moved. Not much, just a slight tilt of the head, like it was listening. At that exact moment, I heard something from down the hall, a soft creak. The kind our hallway floor makes when someone steps on the loose board near the nursery door. I couldn't breathe. I just stared at the monitor, my hand shaking so badly I almost dropped my phone. The figure on the screen slowly turned its head toward the camera, toward me. And then, it smiled. Not wide, not exaggerated, just enough to know it wasn't me. I don't remember getting out of bed. I don't remember unlocking the door, but I do remember sprinting down the hallway and throwing the nursery door open so hard it slammed into the wall. The room was empty. My daughter was still asleep in her crib, completely undisturbed. No one else was there. I checked every closet, every corner. Under the crib, nothing. When I finally went back to the bedroom, my wife was sitting up confused, asking what the hell was going on. I showed her the app. The feed was normal again. Just our daughter, sleeping peacefully. No figure, no movement. But the timestamp still read 3:12 a.m. live. I didn't sleep the rest of the night. The next morning, I checked the app's recorded footage. There was nothing at 3:12. Just a gap, like those 2 minutes never existed. I deleted the app that day. We moved out a week later. And here's the part I still can't explain. 2 nights ago at exactly 3:12 a.m., I woke up again. No noise, no dream. Just that same feeling. And for a split second before I fully opened my eyes, I could have sworn I heard someone standing in the corner of our new bedroom, breathing. I don't even know how to start this without sounding insane. But I need to tell someone because I genuinely don't know what to do. I, 24M, have been living with my roommate. Evan, in 25, married for about 3 years now. We met through a mutual friend, got along well enough, and ended up signing a lease together. He's always been quiet. Not in a creepy way, just more reserved than most people. We're not best friends, but we coexist. Share groceries sometimes, watch shows occasionally, normal roommate stuff. Or at least I thought. About a week ago, I got a message on Instagram from someone I didn't know. It just said, "Hey, are you still into photography?" That confused me because I don't post photography. I barely use Instagram. I checked my account, nothing like that on there. So I replied, thinking they had the wrong person. They didn't. They sent me a link. It was an account with my name, my profile picture, even photos of me I didn't remember posting. Except I didn't post any of it. There were hundreds of photos. Landscapes, street shots, portraits. All really good, honestly. Better than anything I could take. But the captions were written like they were me, talking about my passion, my journey, even referencing places. I've actually been... At first, I thought I got hacked. But then I noticed something weird. Some of the photos were taken inside my apartment, angles I've never seen, moments I don't remember. Like one of me asleep on the couch. That's when it hit me. Only one other person could have taken those. I didn't confront him right away. I needed to be sure. So I started paying attention. Evan is on his laptop constantly, like all the time. I used to think he was just gaming or working, but now I noticed he would angle the screen away if I walked by. 2 nights ago, I waited until he went to bed. I know it's messed up, but I opened his laptop. He didn't log out. The Instagram account was open. Not just that. There were drafts, messages, entire conversations, where he was pretending to be me, talking to people, flirting, giving life advice, even talking about his childhood, which was actually my childhood. He had files too, folders labeled with my name, photos of me, screenshots of my social media. Notes about things I've said in conversations. It was like he was studying me. The worst part? People loved him. That account has over 30K followers. Comments like, "You're so inspiring," and "You've helped me through so much." He's built this whole life as me. I haven't confronted him yet. I don't know how. Do I tell him I know? Do I report the account? Do I move out immediately? I feel violated in a way I can't even explain. I can't stop thinking, who the hell have I been living with for the past 3 years? Edit. A lot of people are asking why I don't just shut the account down. I tried reporting it. Instagram responded saying it didn't violate impersonation. Policies, because the account represents a real person accurately. I wish I was joking.